Greetings there, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. I am back for a new playthrough. This may seem sudden if you were watching the yesterday playthrough. I have a comment in the description to help clear up all that sorry business, because today we are starting a new game. This is Syberia. This is a game that has been recommended to me for years at the least. I know nothing about it. I know that it is cyberpunk, or no, steampunk-ish, and it's like full of clockwork stuff. It's supposed to be one of those OG adventure games. I'm not sure the year it came out, but from looking at it, I want to place it as early 2000s, definitely before 2005, I think. And otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. 𝘝𝘢𝘭𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘭𝘦𝘯, Syberia. Valadilene, French Alps. That is a little fella. I can't decide if I think these dudes are freaky or not. No, they're freaky. That's a little off-putting. I like this one though. This guy can hang. It's a real horse though? The horse isn't animatronic? Oh. It's a funeral procession. Classic Nancy Drew sound effects. I'm assuming this is our player character, because I've seen her on the cover art of the game. What is this Willy Wonka shit? Is this like the factory where all the things are made and the creator died? Is that whose funeral we just saw?
I really don't have the strength to take this suitcase any further. I wonder who can help me.
No, that's not Lani Minella. Okay, that threw me for a loop for a second. I thought Lani Minella was the lead voice actress. It does not appear to be her. Very pretty. Welcome to Valadilene, the world capital of mechanical toys. I'm totally saying this wrong, and I'm going to be so embarrassed when a character pronounces it for the first time. So if you haven't been around long, I should tell you that I try to play these blind games as blind as possible, and part of the way that I reinforce that is that if I have to get any spoilers in a game, that is a spicy pepper of some description I have to consume after the playthrough, or some other punishment. So I'm gonna do my best to actually pay attention to things. I will be reading things out long style like this, and if that's boring for you, then you can skip ahead. The world capital of mechanical toys. Let yourself be transported by the magnificent landscape surrounding Valadilene, a small, charming town tucked away in the Alps, and by 𝘮𝘮𝘭𝘪𝘥 Manufacturing, whose exceptional savoir-faire in the specialized world of luxury mechanical toys and automatons is at the root of Valadilene's reputation around the world. I can't decide how I want to pronounce it. For 800 years, the 𝘮𝘮𝘭𝘪 family has passed its knowledge from generation to generation, perfecting the art of that particular branch of clockmaking that breathes life into the complex network of cogs and spindles that make up automatons. Its creative wonders once defied belief and drew the admiration of young and old alike. People would come from across Europe for a chance to vie for the right to own one of these fantastic toys. Unequaled. Is that savoir-faire? I said that once already. I don't speak French. At the heart of a mechanical automaton is its motor. A series of spindles are set in motion to music via a set of cogs. Attached to the spindles are cams that are shaped in the image of the music. In turn, they command a series of rods which control the gestures of the toys at their tips. Oh god, there's more pages. Oh, and the classic Nancy Drew sounds. Automaton construction takes place in 3 stages: modeling, mechanics, and casing. The process requires the participation of 20 different specialized trades. In its heyday, the 𝘮𝘮𝘭𝘪𝘥 factory employed over 100 craftsmen, mechanics, watchmakers, sculptors, tailors, and dressmakers, working in separate workshops. 𝘮𝘮𝘭𝘪𝘥 automatons all have 2 distinguishing features in common: their high-precision mechanisms and the characteristic 𝘮𝘮𝘭𝘪𝘥 wind-up key. Devising and assembling each model is a meticulous process. Standard toys are constructed from local wood, while the most sophisticated ones use more precious resources, such as ebony imported from Madagascar. Despite competition from Asia, the Vorarlbergs never gave up in their temptation to produce electrical robots and chose to continue their exploration of the mysteries of perpetual mechanical motion. That sentence was so weird, but I really resonated with it. The Vorarlbergs have come a long way from their simple jointed puppets of yesteryear. I love that word. Today, their creations are so lifelike, one has the impression that they can think for themselves. The first signs of puppet manufacture in Valadilene go back to the 13th century. While there was maybe no definite puppet industry at the time, Hermann Vorarlberg's renown was recognized even in the court of the emperor. And then there's a archived photo here with a proper citation and everything of these goobers presenting puppets to the king, or the emperor. The artisan H. Vorarlberg and a servant presenting his puppets to the emperor. Neat. It was not until the 17th century that Charles Vorarlberg founded the Vorarlberg Mechanical Toy and Puppet Factory, and industrial activity in the valley really took off. The reputation of Valadilene and its famous toys then just kept growing and growing. More pictures. The turn of the 20th century was Valadilene's golden age, as expressed in the factory's impressive architecture in the main houses of the town. The Vorarlberg reputation crossed the oceans, dispatching its fine precision mechanisms across the globe to delighted buyers who began to believe that Vorarlberg automatons had a life of their own. Rudolf Vorarlberg managed the business during the glory years of the Vorarlberg factory. Since the end of the Second World War, the destiny of the factory has been in the hands of Rudolf's daughter, Anna Vorarlberg, the last and sole descendant of the prestigious line of craftsmen. This inspiring figure negotiated the business through the end of the war. She breathed new life into production by creating works of art to appeal to experts and enthusiasts alike. Vorarlberg automatons became rare collector's items, even with highly innovative mechanisms of unequaled ingeniousness even to this day. Alright. This poor dude doesn't work. Can I just ring the bell myself? Did I just pick up a wind-up key? Wait, where did I find that? No. Okay, right-click is inventory. Okay, this is my little tutorial here.
I need a key.
Yes, you do, and you have one. Am I sure this isn't Lonnie Manola? It's... The resemblance is
I need a key.
Slightly striking. Okay, how do I actually pick these things up? Okay, there we go. Now we can give him a twist and hit it.
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh shit, a human. I was expecting an automaton man to come to the desk.
Hi there.
Hello there, ma'am.
My name is Kate.
I would like a room. My company should have made a reservation in the name of Walker. The company is Marson and Lormont Associates. The name is Kate Walker.
Hey, who the fuck is that guy?
Of course, Miss Walker. You are in room 6 on the next floor up.
Thank you.
Room 6, next floor up, and let's ask about help.
Could you possibly take my luggage up, please?
Oh, you can do it yourself.
Please do excuse me, Miss Walker. We have been neglecting our duties. Guests are so rare these days that we forget our manners.
Yeah, that guy seems
you're
real
the
busy.
American woman? Is it true what people say, that you've come to buy the factory?
Not factory. Anna's house. Hans' house.
Excuse me?
Would you quiet down, you mischievous little boy? I imagine our little town must disappoint you. You see, today is very sad for us. It's a day of mourning. Today is the funeral of Miss Anna.
Momo's sad, but Hans not dead. Hans long way away. Anna told Momo. Anna liked Momo very much.
That's enough, Momo. Stop pestering the lady. Now go on, scram. Get out of here, you hear? What was I saying? Oh, yes, Miss Anna. Such a great loss for Valadilene, it really is. Because
Valadilene,
now that she's
that's how you
dead,
say it.
The factory will close. But you're here to stop that happening, aren't you? Our future is in your hands, Miss Walker.
What? Anna Vorarlberg is dead?
So this is news to us, apparently. Wow, he walks up the stairs with a wide stride. This game has very distinct walk cycles.
Here's your room. I hope you like it, Miss Walker. I'll leave you to rest for the time being. You must have a lot of work to do. You know, the takeover of the factory is very good news for us here. It would make us very happy to see life return to our valley. If only you had seen Valadilene before.
Valadilene.
It was delightful. People came from all over the world to buy 𝘝𝘠𝘪𝘏 automatons. Ah, somebody has left you some mail, I see. Remember, if you need anything at all, we're not far away, Miss Walker.
God, what was I saying a second ago? Valadilene? God. Fax to Kate Walker from Edward Marson. Dear Kate, our client, the Universal Toy Company, is more than eager to see conclusions from the talks with 𝘝𝘠𝘪𝘏 Manufacturing with a view to a takeover in the days to come. And we have received notification to this effect. We are continuing on your undoubted qualities as a business lawyer to bring negotiations with Madame Anna 𝘝𝘠𝘪𝘏, the current owner, to a close. Wow, I'm a lawyer. I've never played a game as a lawyer before. This will be fun. Oh, and we're supposed to negotiate with, Anna, who's dead now. Shit. Allow me to remind you that the Universal Toy Company is a multinational which has a monopoly on the toy market. It is a Class A priority client who is also representing Madame 𝘝𝘠𝘪𝘏 with a golden opportunity to sell her factory. You should remind her of this fact in case she starts having last-minute second thoughts before signing the purchase agreement. I am under no doubt that you will live up to the great expectations I have in you, Edward Marson. Okay, so we're fucked, basically.
I should tell Marson about the death of Miss 𝘝𝘠𝘪𝘏. I hope this isn't going to get too complicated. I can't see myself staying here too long.
Man. Bonus points just for starting the game with a thunderstorm. Love me a good thunderstorm. I'm sorry, did she just say I should do something? Because I totally missed what it was. So, I am Kate Walker, and I am a lawyer. Am I going to be like a really miserable lawyer who has no love of anything, and this game is going to teach me the magic of toys? Would not hate that. That would be a good game to get into the Christmas spirit. Okay, so we have that dude. Momo, or whatever his name is, seems to have absconded. Oh, but he left some little things here. Tiny gear, bigger gear, and there's a gear woodline pattern on the table. Interesting. Well, I guess the first order of business is find out who is the heir to Madame 𝘝𝘠𝘠𝘏. Maybe this guy knows.
I'm back again.
I forget his name.
Miss Walker?
Tell me about Anna.
Did you know Anna 𝘝𝘠𝘏 yourself?
Oh, why, of course I did. I mean, well, not really. She was a very great lady. We loved her very much. May she rest in peace.
Hans.
The young boy who was here earlier talked about, Hans? Who is Hans?
Momo was talking about Hans 𝘝𝘠𝘏𝘪𝘏, Anna's younger brother. But he died a long time ago. Nobody here even met him.
Hello, my name is Kate Walker.
Oh shit, I already said this. Okay, right-click skips conversations. Momo.
Who is the boy who was drawing here earlier? Is he your son?
Heaven forbid. No, not at all. He's not a bad boy, no. Momo is just a little simple, that's all.
I got that
What is
impression.
his connection with Anna 𝘝𝘠𝘏𝘏?
Momo is what you'd call the village idiot, and Anna took him under her wing. He must have reminded her of her younger brother, no doubt. And birds of a feather stick together, don't they?
You're implying that Anna 𝘝𝘠𝘏𝘏 was a little bit slow as well?
Heaven forbid. No, not at all. She was a real loner. She kept to herself, that's all.
And the automaton.
I just love all these little mechanical robots. I've noticed there are tons of them here in Valadilene.
Valadilene.
Careful what you say. 𝘝𝘠𝘏𝘏 automatons are not robots. If you want people to like you here, never ever pronounce the word robot.
Okay. What is the difference between an automaton and a robot, then?
Well, to tell you the truth, no one really knows.
Really? I feel like I could answer that. A robot is electric, automatons are clockwork.
I would like to see my room now.
Why, certainly, of course.
Can I go outside?
I'll wait for the storm to end before I step outside.
Alright, I like that this game is constraining me a little bit in the beginning instead of just turning me loose, because I would have no idea where to go. And it's giving me some pretty straightforward things. Oh look, there's more gear pieces on the ground. So some of these hitboxes in this game are really quite small. I gotta be careful about that. Do I put these on the table? Large cogwheel. Oh, that's not how it works. No, maybe they don't go there. This reminds me of Agatha Christie games. The old school ones, like Murder on the Orient Express and then there were none. Man, I had a fun time with those. Goofy ass run. That's so funny to me. It's like James Sunderland, but more cartoony. Cell phone. Oh, I have a cell phone. I'll bet I can call people. Dan, Olivia, Mom, office. We should probably start with the office, if they're who I think they are. Let them know that 𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 is gone.
Marson and Lormont, how can I help you?
Can you put me through to Mr. Marson, please? It's Kate Walker.
Dude, I'm literally Kim Wexler! KW are my initials! No fucking way! I am literally Kim Wexler! Let's go! Let's fucking
Hello,
go!
Kate. So tell me, how's the case going?
I've just got to Valadilene, and there's a slight problem, Mr. Marson, I'm afraid. Mrs.
No, that's
𝘮𝘮𝘮
Mr. Hamlin.
That's most unfortunate. But
That
I
is
think
literally
remember
Howard
we made
Hamlin.
Provisions for just such a sad eventuality, and we know that there was no heir.
Yes, that's right, but
No air.
So where's the problem, Kate? Contact the notary right away. I'll get my secretary to fax you his address and an introduction letter from the firm.
very good, Mr. Marson.
Right,
yeah,
I
it's
gotta
very
go,
good.
Kate. Keep me up to date, okay?
I just...
Huh. Memory. How about Mom? Can we call dear old Mom, I wonder? No, I think that's like the no reception noise. Wow. Well, that's everybody. The office was able to pick up, but that's it. So, Howard Hamlin has some sort of contingency for as to what to do if Madame 𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 is dead. Almost makes me wonder if he fucking killed her or something. And this is all just some grimy assassination plot to take over the toy factory, like an actual Pixar villain. This game does not have a task list, does it? Personal file. Advertising brochure, fax 1. Dialogue notebook. Well then, I'm gonna have to pay very close attention to avoid getting stumped in this game, if it's not gonna give me a task list. What did Dan say for me to do? Or the office? Howard Hamlin? He said that there was a plan and follow it, but I don't know where my plan is. Maybe some of these talking points have changed?
I'm back again.
Miss Wa...
Did you know Anna...
Oh, why, of course I did.
I...
Who...
What is... You're in...
Heaven.
A
Mission.
fax didn't arrive for me, did it?
Maybe. I thought I heard the phone ring.
Do you think you might want to go and check?
Certainly, ma'am. Immediately.
Thank you very much.
It was just under the desk and he didn't see it. Alright, so is this going to be my sneaky HHM mission? Dear Mother of 𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮. I don't know who that is. As you are no doubt aware, our practice is charged with undertaking negotiations for the takeover of the 𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 manufacturing by our client, the Universal Toy Company. It is with great sadness that we learn of the recent death of the manager and owner of the factory, Madame 𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮, with whom the negotiations had started. We are under no doubt that Madame 𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 left you instructions before her death, enabling the sale to be concluded. We should remind you of the significant boost the arrival of the American multinational would bring to the economy of your region. It is for the reason that I am. It is for this reason that I am sure you will give our representative, Miss Kate Walker, a warm welcome. Yours faithfully, Edward Marson.
Thank you.
At your service.
Okay.
Could you tell me where I can find a notary here in Valadilene by the name of 𝘝𝘏𝘪𝘏𝘪?
We only have one notary here, and his house is easy to recognize. You can't miss it.
I think the rain might have stopped.
Could you tell me?
His house is easy to recognize.
I think I'm.
Are you leaving already, Miss Walker?
No, I'm not leaving yet. It's just that.
We would love to help, but just think what would happen if the telephone rang, or if a fax arrived, or if a customer came through the door. We don't have 5 minutes rest here. I'm sorry.
You just said that no one
It's
ever
okay,
shows
no
up here.
biggie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be skipping through dialogue, but some of it's hard to tell if it's been repeated or not.
The young boy who was here earlier talked about,
Okay, I've heard that.
I'm gonna go look.
As you...
Alright, can I go outside now? Yeah. So, somewhere in Valadilene, I already forget, is that how they said it? I think it is. There is a notary's house that is very distinct. Wow, this is pretty. What is this, the Alps? It's all misty. Oh look, a person. Who might you be?
Good morning.
Good morning. What a pleasure to meet such a lovely young lady honoring our aging streets. Please,
Commander
please
Pixis.
sit yourself down next to me so we can enjoy the air together.
It would be a pleasure, but I'm afraid I don't have the time. Some other time, maybe.
I hope so, miss. I remember when these streets were full of vibrant life. In those days, there was a charming encounter to be had round every corner. Our good little town of Valadilene is not what it used to be.
Valadilene.
It looks like things have changed a bit around here.
I'm gonna get it.
Our children have all left the valley. They need to earn a living, don't they? Can't really blame them. You have to move with the times, don't you? And it's not at the 𝘝𝘏𝘪𝘏𝘪 factory that they'll find jobs. Being excluded from the world is not an easy burden to bear, believe you me, miss.
But it's such a pretty little village.
I can tell you're not from these parts. I hope you enjoy the pleasures that we still have to offer. Good day to you.
Good day to you as well, Mr. Bench Sitter. Damn, this is such a pretty little village. This has me thinking of the Wizard 101 soundtrack. It sounds like Marleybone mixed with Wizard City. Oh, 100%. Whose house is this?
No point. It's locked. I'll come back when the funeral is over.
Okay, so that must be the 𝘝𝘏𝘪𝘏𝘏𝘏 estate, I'm guessing? If we're waiting for the funeral to end? Yeah, this is where we saw those automaton dudes carry the casket. He said that the notary's house was hard to miss. I don't know what that means, necessarily. What's this guy, a butcher?
Good morning. Are you open?
A
Can I
baker.
buy something from your bakery?
No, afraid not. Not possible. We're closed.
I can wait a while.
You can wait, but we're closed all day. Day of mourning.
I'm sorry. Please accept my condolences.
Don't worry about it. Because of Madame 𝘝𝘏𝘏𝘏𝘏's death, all the shops are closed. Mayor's decision. Try tomorrow.
Tomorrow I won't be here. That's a pity.
We're just here for one day. Hadn't realized that.
No need to go down there.
Well, we need to go find this notary's house. This is the same building, isn't it?
No need to...
Yeah. Damn, what beautiful
No need-
architecture. You are the notary's house. You have a notaristic feel about you. Yes, I think I was right. Automaton doorbell?
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Everything here is Baroque.
God, this thing's jammed.
This is funny. Alright, so we're gonna have to fix it before we can get let in. I doubt that those gears I have are gonna make a world of difference. What's this? Newspaper? Mourning the loss of the Queen of our Hearts. Valadilene Gazette. Ecology. Stiff joints, chronic hangovers. No, that's not important. Let us pay homage today to Anna 𝘝𝘠𝘭𝘪𝘏, who died peacefully yesterday at the age of 86. The great lady devoted her life to her business and our community. This formidable woman had an extraordinary energy, a force that allowed our automaton technology to develop and to make our valley continually proud. Her vitality was matched by her generosity and goodness, which has marked all of Valadilene's inhabitants. The mayor of our town has declared that today would be a day of collective mourning in honor of Madame 𝘝𝘠𝘭𝘪𝘏. Her funeral will take place this morning at 10 a.m. in the parish, officiated by the town's own priest. There's an editorial, too. I'm gonna be a little greedy and not read that, and hope that I can get away with it.
No need to go down there.
Okay, well, what am I gonna need to fix this doorbell thing? Maybe the gears will work? I could try them. No, that is not going to work. Something is missing, okay. Ooh, little forest path? Ooh, that is appealing to me. Is it locked? Looks like it. This is absolutely absurd, but I may need a spoiler already. I have no idea where to go. I've gone to every zone available to me in the game 3 times now. I can't call anybody, I can't talk to anyone about anything new. Alright. There's gonna be a lot of peppers in this one. Mark my words. What? No way. Okay. Alright. Spoiler received. That is a punishment I will have to endure later. So we found the notar. And as it happens, we actually have the key to get inside. Oh, this is so weird. Alright, check this shit out. So, there's 2 different versions of inventory. I thought that this was just shit we could look at, but it's not. It's the faxes. And I think we want to take fax number 2 that says we're supposed to come here, and we put it in his hand.
This thing's jammed.
But it's still jammed. That's a lever? Shit, I didn't realize that was a lever. Alright, well now the automaton is going to read it, and hopefully let us in. Now I can pull it. Okay, alright. So I was just too thick to figure that out. Wow, that is a record. That is a new record for fastest spoiler. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna have to... I'm disappointed in myself. Well, this is the notar's office. But where is the notar? Or they're called notaries, aren't they?
Hello, sir.
There he is.
Miss Walker, I presume. Have you had a good journey?
Everything went very smoothly. Thank you.
Do take a seat, Miss Walker, please.
Uh-huh.
I imagine you are aware of the business that brings me here.
Of course. I was waiting for you.
Alright, we'll run on the list.
I am the legal representative for the Universal Toy Company. I'm responsible for...
So I understood, Miss Walker.
This guy looks like his name is 𝘝𝘠𝘭𝘪𝘏.
Miss Walker, I am afraid that the sale of the 𝘝𝘠𝘭𝘪𝘏 factory is not as straightforward as it first seemed.
Whoa there. Everything was agreed. We'd obtained Anna 𝘝𝘠𝘏𝘪𝘏's consent, and her death does absolutely nothing to invalidate that. Now, I have to be back in New York the day after tomorrow, Maître 𝘝𝑙fauteuil. My client and I are impatient to seal this deal.
I understand only too well, Miss Walker. There is an heir, Miss Walker.
Excuse me? An heir? But Madame 𝘝𝑙fauteuil never married, as far as I know. And in my last conversation with her, she absolutely never mentioned this detail.
Miss Walker, believe me, I was more surprised than you are. Anna Vorarlberg sent me a letter 2 days before she died. Understand, Miss Walker, that had I known about this earlier, I would have informed you. I shall read you the document in my possession.
Read away. Feels like Grand Budapest Hotel. Madame de Go from Texas.
Very old. It seems that today life is slipping away from me more quickly than I imagined, and I fear that I will not be of this world to sign the takeover contract for my dear factory. So, I must make this confession to you now. My brother Hans is still alive. It would not surprise me if you find this difficult to believe, but it is indeed the truth. You must remember his death, his funeral too. Even though you were very young at the time, it was but a sordid charade dreamt up by our father. To him, the very idea that his only son should wish to leave Valadilene and abandon the family business was unbearable. When Hans left, he preferred to think him dead and make everybody else believe this too. He obliged me to bear this terrible secret as well. I repeat that Hans is still alive, so when I die, it is he who becomes the sole and rightful heir of our factory.
Huh.
Okay, I see. If Hans Vorarlberg is not dead after all, then I just have to sign the contracts with him.
I smell a wild
I
goose
suppose
chase.
you've already contacted him? Where can I reach him?
The second half of the letter informs us that Hans Vorarlberg is somewhere in Syberia. I will leave the document in your hands to read at your leisure.
Okay. So now we're going to Syberia. This is starting to make sense. I have never had the chance to see my dear brother again. Fortunately, though, Hans and I have remained very close in thought. Throughout the years, I have been able to follow his meandering life as he sporadically sent me news. On occasions, he would write me letters, but they were rare, as my brother, since his unfortunate accident, has maintained a phobia for the written word. Must have been some accident. Would he fall into a printing press? However, he has sent me several plans of automatons that I eagerly had made up at the factory, and I will admit that they have largely contributed to the success of Vorarlberg creations. Hans has always had a marvelous gift of breathing life into objects through clever combinations of cogwheels and springs. My little brother is a genius in the true sense of the word. Let us return to the matter at hand. Rest assured of my personal conviction that my brother will not object in the slightest to the sale of the factory. If I have already passed away when you come to read this letter, it is to him that the matter should be addressed. I received his last letter 6 months ago, posted from the north of Syberia. I regret to say that I have received no more recent news. I am aware of the difficult situation in which my confession and lack of further detail leaves you, but I wish to die with a clear conscience. I would be grateful, dear Maitre Alfolter, if you could inform the American law firm with whom I have been dealing of these developments. I have grown so old, so tired. With all my respect and final greetings, Anna Vorarlberg. With all my respect and final greetings. What a metal way to sign off a letter.
Anna Vorarlberg had no further information to add?
Unfortunately not, Miss Walker. I have told you as much as I know. The situation, in legal terms, is now clear. If you want to conclude this sale, you have to find Hans Vorarlberg. Apparently, there is a body lying in the town cemetery. There also seems to be some ghost wandering around Syberia. It seems you have your work cut out for you.
Bro, Kim Wexler's about to go on an
Believe me, Miss
adventure.
Walker, when I say that I am most sorry for this regrettable setback. Most sorry.
Great. What now, then?
Perhaps you will find out more in the Vorarlberg factory archives. You will find the key in the waiting room. My role in this affair finishes here with the reading of this letter. And now, if you'll excuse me, I must rest. You see, my health is not excellent at the moment.
Yeah, you don't sound
and
excellent,
my
bro.
doctor forbids me from working for too long. I will not detain you for any longer, Miss Walker. Do not forget to close the door as you go out.
Goodbye, sir.
Well then, Mr. Slugworth. This has been of extreme interest to myself and my company. I thank you for your geniality.
No need.
Okay, now. So he said he left us the key in the foyer? There's a key here for us? Or something like that? He left us something. He talked about the 𝘝𝘠𝘪𝘏 factory archives. So will this grant me access to the factory? So I guess I get what I'm doing here. I'm gonna show the letter to the little automaton dude at the gate, and then he's gonna let me through. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Oh, I probably should have called the office and told them what the fuck is happening.
Kate?
Dan, I'm so pleased to hear your voice.
Who's Dan?
How are you, honey? Did you have a good journey? Have you settled in?
Husband.
It was long, tiring, damp especially, but I'm okay.
Alright, so we're the girl
Especially when
boss.
you-
I gotcha.
Everything going as planned?
Yeah, I mean, well, not really. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. You know, everything's so different here.
Actually, while we're on the subject, I managed to free myself up some more lunchtime. I'll come and meet you at the airport. I hope the flight from Paris won't be delayed. We're expected at the Goldbergs about 8 o'clock. I hope you have the time to take a shower and change, my poor honey bun.
Dan,
Yeah.
I don't think the Goldbergs tomorrow night is really on.
Don't worry, Kate. You'll be as perfect as ever. Anyway, you never have to wear much to look really great.
Dan, I'm going to have to extend my stay here. There's one or two complications. You understand?
I'm going to Syberia to chase an
Honey,
imaginary
what are you talking
man.
about? It's only a measly toy factory.
The sale isn't going through as expected. I've got to stay a bit longer. Dan, you don't mind, do you?
But Katie, you can't do this to me. I mean, it's the Goldberg contract. There's millions of dollars on the line here.
I know, I'm sorry. You go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll get back as soon as I can, I promise. Okay, I've got to go. I'll call you back soon. Love you, honey.
Okay. I should call the office. I was expecting that to be the office calling me. But first, let's see if I can try my luck at this. So, we twisted him up. Do I show the letter to this guy? No, not to him. This must be, like, not the right place. Someone else had a silly convention of this sort, didn't they? Maybe it's time to go talk to the old man. He could be helpful now.
Hello again.
If you...
Nah, it doesn't seem to be. Well then.